Hi Taurus, and welcome to your relationship profile reading. Also, welcome to my channel. If you are new, I'm the Dream Medium. So, in case you are unfamiliar with my relationship profile readings, just know that you will be getting 3 spreads. The top 3 cards represents what happens in the past, and the bottom 3 cards represents what is happening presently between you and your love interest or your partner. And then over here to the side is your future spread. So once we're done talking about your past and your present, I will be showing you your future spread. Just understand that I do post quite frequently. I post general love readings, pick a card readings, and I also post this relationship profile readings for the 12 zodiac sign. But I post these relationship profile readings every 2 months. So since we're in October, you can expect a reading, your next reading, in December. I do it because you are basically getting a 3-in-1 reading, and so and as well as you will be getting a future reading. So we need to give these things time to see if they will actually happen in our personal lives. Okay, so that's why I'm going to be posting these pretty much every 2 months. But let's just get started with your reading, Taurus. So starting with this past spread, you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Ten of Pentacles, and the Judgment card. And so starting with the Wheel of Fortune, and just remember that the top 3 cards represents what happens in the past between you and your partner. The Wheel of Fortune is telling me that intuitively, I'm just seeing that you decided to go back to someone to see if things will be better, the second time around or the third time around. But whatever it was, it's sort of like you granted someone the opportunity to reunite with you or reconcile with you. And just understand that the energies can be reversed. So just apply the situation how you would like. But when I asked for clarity on the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool card came out. So that was just confirmation that you certainly made a big decision. You took a risk to reunite with someone from your past. This was certainly a huge risk because the Ace of Wands also came out to clarify the Wheel of Fortune. So the Ace of Wands, when I looked at it intuitively, what I understood was in the past, things didn't go smoothly between you and this person. And there were many obstacles, but I'm also seeing that this time around, you're willing to overcome those obstacles. The Wheel of Fortune intuitively is also telling me that there is good luck on your side. There is a lot of potential in this connection. The Wheel of Fortune is basically symbolizing that you either have fortune or misfortune, and it all depends on what happened in the past or what you did in the past. But intuitively, what I'm seeing with this Wheel of Fortune here is that there is fortune on your side. There is a lot of abundance in this connection, which is probably why the two of you are getting another chance to reconcile. Next, you have the Ten of Pentacles. So Pentacles are the most valuable things in tarot, and here you can see you have 10 of them. So Pentacles represents abundance, success. And when I asked for clarity on this Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Swords came out. So in the past, you certainly went back to a person who you are familiar with. This is not a new person. As I look at these six swords, I'm even getting the word history. So for some of you guys, you were with this person or you know this person very well because the two of you spent a lot of time together. Perhaps the two of you dated for a long time, or the two of you have responsibilities. You know, you guys could have children. There is a child here. You don't have to though, but there's just a possibility. Remember, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But, you know, whenever I see these six swords, I'm just seeing pain, you know, pain that could have stemmed from heartbreak, betrayal. And so you're going back to this person and you are fully aware that, you know, they may or may not have changed. You know, that's why the Fool card came out, because it was symbolizing, this Fool card came out that, you know, you're kind of just seeing, you're seeing how things will go. Will they change? Have they changed? Am I making a good decision? But the Six of Swords is telling me that the two of you have a lot to work on, okay? Because there are a lot of negative feelings between the two of you in this connection, and it could just be insecurity, you know, lack of trust. Like I said, these swords are telling me that it's representing pain. So it could have been pain from, you know, a scandal, maybe infidelity, you know, cheating, or just heartbreak. But this is not going to be an easy peasy, you know, reunion. The two of you certainly have to work on a lot of things together if you don't want another separation. Lastly, in clarity of the Ten of Pentacles here, the Ace of Cups actually came out. So the Ace of Cups is a very good card, actually. I'm seeing that it is a grant, you know, it is a divine grant that is being offered to you and your partner. You see, and I'm not shocked that this Ace of Cups came out, because it's sort of confirming what I said with this Wheel of Fortune, how the two of you are getting another chance to fix this and to be together. So like I said in the past, there is certainly a lot of abundance in this connection. The two of you just have to work on your differences. You know, no one is perfect. Work on it, because there's still a lot of pain from the past. So there was certainly a partner who feels very hurt. Next, you have the Judgment card. So I'm just going to ask for clarity on this Judgment card here, which is the last card in your past spread. Clarify the Judgment card. Uh-oh. The Five of Swords came out. Give me one more clarity on the, let's see. Clarify the Judgment card. What is this decision about? Okay. All right. So 3 cards came out to clarify the Judgment card, and the first clarity card that came out was the Five of Swords. So what I'm seeing here with the Five of Swords is that either you or your person, they had to make a really, really, you know, crucial decision, and it was between you and someone else. If it's not you and someone else, because you know more about your life or your love life than I do, since this is a general reading, just know that intuitively I'm getting that they had to choose between you and someone else or something else. So Intuitively, what I'm also hearing is that this decision was between you and what caused the separation or breakup in the first place. So if it was a third party who caused the separation, then know that this Judgment card is saying that in the past, either you or your person had to make a decision between you or the third party, or if, you know, maybe it was work that was causing the separation. Maybe they were too busy with work. Maybe it was family, like friends and relatives, who caused the separation. But just understand that whatever was the reason for the first separation is what they're having to, you know, make a judgment about between you and that. And it's very hard for them. It's very hard for them because they feel like whatever decision they make, someone's going to get hurt. Like there's no easy way out of this. You know, if it's a third party, if it is a third party, then they know that, you know, someone will be hurt. You know, if they choose you, the third party will be hurt. If they choose a third party, you will be hurt. Actually, the Star card came out next. So the Star card is a very positive card. The Star card is just saying that you have a lot of abundance on your side. So whatever you choose, you will get success from. Whatever you start on, you will get success on. So it's so interesting that this Star card came out to clarify the Judgment, because it is saying that whatever the decision was, there was success from it. And so this is just confirming that they chose you. They chose to work on things with you. The Three of Pentacles. So this was the very last clarity card that came out for the Judgment. And so the Three of Pentacles is telling me that there is a partner here who was looking into the connection very deeply. I mean, you know, they were very insightful. No more surface level thinking. No more, you know, being superficial. I mean, just really looking deep into this connection and trying to understand the meaning or the purpose of this connection. So I'm seeing that the second time around, or the third time around, however many times, but when the two of you got back together in the past, there was a change in mentality. I'm seeing that both of you guys, both you and your partner, were very serious this time around. You know, perhaps when the two of you first got together, you were, you know, you still needed to be more mature, or you still needed to experience things in order to be wise. But I'm really seeing like a transformation with you and your partner's mentality. So now let's talk about your present spread. So what's happening currently between you and your partner? You do have the Two of Wands. Next you have the Eight of Pentacles. Lastly, you have the Seven of Cups. So let's just start with this Two of Wands, and I'm going to ask for clarity. Clarify the Two of Wands. Clarify the Two of Wands. All right, so the first clarity card that came out for this Two of Wands is the Nine of Wands. So presently, you know, there's been, I don't even want to say some, you know, presently there's been quite a handful of hardships in this connection. You know, things are quite rocky. You know, you have these 9 wands here, so there's certainly someone who feels very defensive. Some of you may even feel like you're in a war zone with this person. What is this hardship? Because the Two of Wands, I mean, as a reader, personally, I see the Two of Wands as a person who is acting like everything is okay, like they have everything under control when they really don't. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, if you look at this gentleman here, he looks quite confident, you know, he looks like he's a person of power, high position by the way he's dressed, and he's even holding the world in his hand. Now, when someone says that they have the world in their hand, that means that they have a lot of control. But notice how he's notice how, you know, these 2 wands here are surrounding him. He's even holding on to one of them. And so he's actually not as confident as he looks or as he is acting. He's anxious. He might also be doubting. But just know that with this 2 of wands here, things are not going well, and either you or your partner, or this could be the both of you, you know, you're kind of just acting like it is, you know, and even though it isn't. So I actually want to see what this hardship is. What's the problem? Clarify the 9 of Wands. What's the problem in this? Oh, okay. Interesting. So the Emperor came out first, and then the King of Wands. And what I'm seeing with the Emperor, you know, the Emperor is a person who really is a control freak. I mean, and the Emperor is a planner, you know, a person who carries the Emperor energy is very strategic. If they say they want something, they go and they get it. So really, I'm even as the reader, I'm kind of feeling uneasy as I look at this Emperor card, because I'm really seeing that there's a partner in this connection who really, to be honest, is like a complete control freak. I mean, everything has to go their way. But it could just be that they don't want the separation to happen again. So, you know, maybe they have trust issues. Maybe you have trust issues. Maybe your partner has trust issues. Like I said, the energies can be reversed. But, this person is very, very possessive as well. King of Wands also came out. So what I'm seeing with the King of Wands is there's a partner in this connection who, it's like one partner is defensive, but then the other partner, you know, okay, let me try to say this in the best way. So what I'm seeing here with the Emperor card, it's like one partner is being very controlling, very possessive. You know, it's almost like they have trust issues, and it's making their person very defensive. But whenever their person gets defensive, it's like it triggers this partner here, who's carrying the Emperor energy. It triggers this partner to feel like, so he is hiding something, or she is cheating on me. You know what I'm saying? It's like one partner is controlling, you know, has trust issues, and that makes their partner very unhappy, very defensive. Like, why don't you trust me? But when their partner becomes defensive, it makes them feel like they're right. Like, oh yeah, why are they being defensive, you know? Oh boy. Remember how I said at the beginning of your reading that the two of you have a lot to work on. So it's not going to be an easy, reconnection, but remember that the abundance and potential is here. So back to the clarity cards though, the clarity cards that clarify this Two of Wands, because remember that I just asked for 2 more clarity cards for this Nine of Wands. But back to the clarity cards that will give us more information on the Two of Wands, which was the original card that came out for your present spread. So the Six of Cups came out to clarify the Two of Wands. Now the Six of Cups is all about the past. Someone who is reminiscing about a past lover, wanting to reconcile. But it's really, it's like returning, going back to something that you once knew or someone that you once knew. The Devil. Okay, so really what I'm seeing with the Six of Cups and the Devil card popping up, it's telling me that there's been some clarified. Let's see. Before I say that, I just want a happy ending so bad for you guys. You guys deserve it, Taurus. Clarify the Devil. I hope it's not what I think it is. One more clarity on the Devil card. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah. So, in clarity of the Devil card, because what I initially saw was that there's some temptation. Like your person, either you or your person, presently, excuse me, your card fell. But what I initially saw with the Six of Cups and the Devil, I saw that there's a partner in this connection who is, what I'm hearing, it's like they don't know how to move on. They don't know how to burn bridges with people from their past. And so they have a tendency of reconnecting with past lovers, sort of like what they did to you or what you did to them. This could be you, Taurus. This could be you having a hard time, completely letting go of people from the past. This could be you reconnecting with another past lover. Or what I'm really seeing is that this is your person reconnecting with their past lover. Remember how I said with this Judgment card that for a lot of you guys, your person has to make a decision between you and someone else. And that someone else was also the reason for the first separation or the first breakup. So perhaps they didn't really cut them off completely. Wow. So when I ask for clarity with this Devil card, and just know that, for your situation, if you do know that they're being unfaithful again, or that they're connecting some way, somehow with that very same person that we talked about with this Judgment card, then understand that they are like toxic. The connection that they have with this past lover that they can't completely cut off, it's toxic. The connection is so toxic. Notice how this man and woman, they're chained to each other. So it's almost like they have karmic ties with this person from their past, who they, first of all, had a hard time making a decision, whether to choose you or leave them. That's what this Judgment card popped up, like, make a decision already. But really presently, I'm seeing that they're reconnecting with that very same person that we talked about in your past with this Judgment card, where they had to make a decision between you and them. Oh, wow. So when I asked for clarity on this Devil card here, the first card that came out was the Two of Swords. It took the words right out my mouth. You know, the Two of Swords is a person who has to make a decision, but they're not making a decision because they feel like they can't. They feel like they don't have all the right information to make the decision. You know, so much is being hidden. There's a moon in the background, which is secrecy. They're even blindfolded. So this is a person who is completely confused. They don't know what they want. And I'm even hearing that for some of you, your person has literally told you that. Like, I don't know what I want. I don't know. Next, the King of Swords. So when I looked at the King of Swords, intuitively I got that they have completely switched up. It's like in the past, you know, they were so happy to be reuniting with you, and then now, presently, they're no longer sweet. You know, that sweet man or that sweet woman that they used to be in the past, when they were really happy when you reconnected, they're not that way anymore. It's like, why are you changing up now? Lastly, the Knight of Pentacles. So you're really, with this Knight of Pentacles here, you know, understand that this is so crazy because I literally just said this. I said, perhaps when the two of you first got together, before the breakup, when you first met, perhaps, you know, things didn't go well because there was a partner who was immature. Like, the two of you still needed to get more wise, more mature, you know, experience more things. And I'm really seeing that it's this person here with this Knight of Pentacles where it's like they still want to be in those player ways, you know? It's almost like not settling down excites them in a way, but they still want to offer you something serious. So it's like their playboy ways, you know, they still have those playboy ways. They still have those childish ways. But they don't want to lose you. You see, you have the Knight of Pentacles is really a person who, first of all, knights are notoriously known to be players. You know, they're very charming, very passionate. They are sweet talkers. You know, when they want something, they're very passionate to get it. But they're also known to be indecisive. They will be passionate about you one day, and then the next day they're passionate about someone else or something else. So the point is that when a person is carrying a Knight energy, they're very flaky, you know? They're so spontaneous. You can never pinpoint what they want or what they're doing. And so really what I'm seeing here is that either you or your person, the partner who is reconnecting with another past lover. So if it isn't you, then it's your person. But it seems like your person, it's like they're torn. It's like they want to be a player. They want to go out there and have fun, but they know that you're the one. And if they're not careful, they're going to end up messing this up. It's like they have found the one, but they don't want to settle down. You know, little boy mentality. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. And by the way, even though they're doing this, reconnecting with a person from their past or being a player, they still have this pentacle for you. A pentacle is a very serious offer. So it's like they're torn between their heart versus their mind. Their heart wants to settle with you, but then their mind is still sort of stuck in that childish, you know, immature way of thinking. They need to grow up. They just really need to grow up. So next you have the Eight of Pentacles. Now, I love the Eight of Pentacles because, you know, the Eight of Pentacles is a reward. The Eight of Pentacles is luck, good luck. It's also abundance, but it's not a reward that was just handed to someone. It's a reward that you have to work for. And you'll even see it here with this Eight of Pentacles. Notice this gentleman, he has a hammer in his hand. You know, he's and it looks like he's nailing these Eight Pentacles. So it's what he has earned from his hard work. It's a person who is really working on something or working on themselves. So really what I'm seeing here, oh, I even heard that for some of you, you haven't really officialized the connection. Like there's no titles yet, you know. And so what I'm seeing here with this Eight of Pentacles, especially the fact that the Nine of Cups came out, is that your person is working on this connection. But it's like, you know, going back to this Nine of Pentacles, maybe it's one of their, like, you know, inner demons, you know, that they need to work on. Maybe they're scared of a serious commitment. But it's so interesting because I'm really seeing that this person really wants to be with you. Their heart is in it, but like their mind is still kind of in la la land. Like, no, let's go out, let's go have fun, you know. Like, it's interesting. But with this Eight of Pentacles here, as well as the Nine of Cups clarifying it, understand that they're working on something, and it's something that's going to bring a lot of abundance to you and them. So it's like what I'm seeing here, it's like when they're with you, they put in a lot of effort. But it's like those moments where you're not with them, where they get tempted. It's temptation. But once they're focused on you, they are working very hard. Nine of Cups. There is an overload of potential in this connection, which is why I'm going to be very upset if, you know, they don't act right and take advantage of this beautiful connection. Give me one more clarity on the Eight of Pentacles. What are they working on? Ooh. All right. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. What are they working on with the Eight of Pentacles? And Cups. All right. First card that came out was the Four of Cups. So I asked, what are they working on? With this Four of Cups here, the Four of Cups is rejection. And so what I'm seeing is whoever this outside party is, you know, that's been tempting them, they're no longer going to want them. I mean, you can see it for yourself in this card. This gentleman here is not having it. You know, a cup is being extended to him, and he has his arms folded. He's not even looking their way. He's not even extending his arms. He's looking at these three cups that he already has, and he's realizing, I don't need a cup from another woman or another man. I already have these three cups from my person. I already have everything that I need from my person. Justice. So really what I'm seeing here with this Justice card is that there's going to be a complete ending of this outside. I'm just seeing it's kind of annoying. You know, this could probably be like an ex of theirs, or it's like they just pop up. You know, they just pop up, and and I'm not trying to, you know, blame them completely, because your person also needs to learn how to not be tempted. But with this Justice card here, I'm really seeing that in the past there was this third person who had a huge influence on this connection. Remember what I said with this Judgment card here, that the very first reason that the two of you guys broke up in the first place was what this Judgment card was saying, that one partner will be making a decision. If it was a third party who caused a separation, then that's what this Judgment card in your past was about. They made a decision between you or the third party. If it's work, or if it's a mother figure, a friend or family who caused a separation, who was a bad influence, then this Judgment card was saying they have to choose between you and their family or their friends. But regardless, what I'm seeing with this Justice card is that this outsider, this third person, it could be, an ex-lover, or, it could be maybe a family of theirs or a friend who really had a bad influence on this connection. Whoever it was, the Justice card is saying that this outsider, this person who is not in this connection, but feels like they should have so much control over it, so much influence over it. It could really be a mother figure for some of you guys, or a relative. But the Justice card is just simply saying that outsiders will no longer have an influence on this connection. Outsiders will no longer, have a say. There will no longer be that third person, between you and your partner. That's just what the Justice card is telling me, that there will be a cut off. This outsider, this third person will be cut off, because it is because of them that this connection was facing an injustice in the first place. But once they're cut off, there will be justice. Clarify the Seven of Cups. Oh wow. So the Seven of Cups is really a person who has to think wisely when making a decision, because if they make the wrong decision, everything changes. If you'll see here, these are 7 cups, and they all look the same from the outside. I mean, they're all yellow or golden, shiny, fancy cups, right, from the outside, but they contain completely different things on the inside. Like if this gentleman here chooses this cup, there's a snake inside, which represents misfortune. If he chooses this cup with the jewelry, that represents fortune. So while his options look the same, he has to be very careful, because they're not the same. So really what I'm seeing here is, for a lot of you guys, it could really be a family or a friend. But really what I'm seeing is that presently they are very heavily in their minds, because they're trying to make a good decision. They feel like one wrong move will, do something really bad to this connection. So in clarity of the Seven of Cups, the Tower card came out. So if there was something that was hidden, it's going to be known. Basically, that's what the Tower card is. When a Tower moment happens in our lives, a lot of times, I want to say almost always, it's necessary. When it does happen, it doesn't happen for no reason. It happens because there has to be changes. Changes that have been long overdue. You see here, you see people falling out of the tower. The tower itself is on fire. Everything. It's catastrophic. And so really what I'm seeing with this Tower card is there's going to be major changes. Intuitively, that's what I'm seeing with the Tower card. There's going to be major changes. Like I said, people are going to have to get kicked out. There's a person who will be completely cut off. If it's a family who had a negative effect, I know that's really sad, but sometimes you just got to cut certain people off, even your own blood. If it's a third party, bye-bye, because, they needed to leave at the very beginning. They should have been gone, Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords was the second clarity card that came out for the Seven of Cups. Now, the Knight of Swords is telling me that there's really going to be a fight. Like whoever this third person is, that's been around for way too long, they are going to put up a fight because they don't want to be these people falling out of the tower. You know, they still want to have a seat at the table with your partner. So they're going to put up a fight, but it's going to happen anyways. They're going to be kicked out. So if it's a romantic third party, just know that they will be cut off, but you know, there's going to be a fight. If it's a family member, just know that they will be cut off. But there will be an ending to this problem. Major changes. So let's look at your future spread. You have the Seven of Swords, okay. Six of Pentacles. Page of Swords. I'm not liking these cards, I'll tell you that. I'm not liking these cards. Clarify the Seven of Swords. Page of Wands. Nine of Swords. Clarify the Six of Pentacles. That's exactly what I thought. Clarify the Page of Swords. Who is this outsider? Like, who is this third person? Sun. So, like I said, in your future spread, you have the Seven of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Really what I'm seeing with this Seven of Swords being clarified by the Page of Wands is that in the future, whoever is being cut off, whether it's a romantic third person or a family member, I'm really seeing that they're going to be able to completely, your partner, if this is your partner who has this third person or this outsider who has had so much influence over this connection, they're going to be able to really overcome that obstacle and just kick them out. Like, you know, whatever damage that was caused because of this third person, just know that with the Seven of Swords, your partner will be fixing those damages. So if, you know, you had trust issues, because there was a third party, just know that your partner will be fixing that with you. They will be earning back your trust. Now with this Page of Wands here, for some reason when I looked at the Page of Wands, I got something positive, but then I also got something negative. It's almost like because they're going to completely kick this third person out, the Page of Wands is telling me that they're going to have to deal with certain consequences because of that. If it is a third party that they used to deal with, but they completely cut off, perhaps this third party and them have like a responsibility. Maybe they have a child with this third party, or maybe they had some form of responsibility with this third person. And so by just completely kicking out this third person, it's going to make life a little bit harder for your person. Okay. They definitely had, I'm sorry, my stomach is growling. I don't know why, because I already ate, but they definitely had it's like they were bound to them, or they had some form of responsibility that really kept them stuck to this third person. And now that they're going to kick them out, It's like this third person is gonna really give it to them, you know, or make things harder for them, especially if they had a child together or something, whatever they had together, finances, you know what I mean. The Nine of Swords was the second card that came out to clarify the Seven of Swords. Oh, yes. I'm telling you, the consequences is going to be huge when they cut off this person. Especially if it's a relative, they're going to be feeling so bad, so guilty. I don't know why your person just feels like they are almost responsible for this third person. Maybe if it's a romantic third party that they once dealt with, maybe their third party, because remember the karmic card, the devil card did come out to describe the connection that they have with this outsider, this third person. The devil card is heavy toxicity. It could be a karmic partner. It could be a person who is very manipulative. But that person is not good for them. But for some reason, they're going to feel really bad for completely kicking them out. If it's a family, I can understand why. Next, you have the Six of Pentacles being clarified by the Three of Swords. So really what I'm seeing is that, you know, in the past, they were trying to give to you while trying to give to this outsider, this third person. And that's why there was a lack of balance, because it's almost like they were dating two people. Even if it was a motherly figure or family or friends, that's how it seemed. They were giving to you while giving to them. So there was a lack of give and take. You know, it's almost like they were not meeting you halfway because they had to meet another person halfway. And I'm telling you, this could be a mother figure. I'm really, you know, there's some moms out there who can be a little, you know, too clingy with their children, especially with their son. But just apply it to your situation. So the fact that the Three of Swords came out to clarify the Six of Pentacles, this is heartbreak. You know, it really is heartbreak. Generally, the Three of Swords can represent a third-party situation. But that's not what I'm seeing. I'm really seeing here that the Three of Swords is that multiple people will be hurt, and I'm saying that your partner will be hurt as well as this outsider or this third person that they will be cutting off. Okay. But they got to do what they got to do. Next, to clarify the Six of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Cups. So it seems like really this third party was like a dark cloud over this connection, because once they completely cut them off, the Ten of Cups rarely ever comes out. The Ten of Cups is really, I like to call it my happily ever after card, because the Ten of Cups, 10 represents completion. There's a rainbow in the background, which is happiness, satisfaction. You even see a couple here with their children. So it's like that kind of relationship where you know, get married, settle down with each other, accomplish your goals, have your children, raise your children, you know, just a very happy ending. But it's going to take them cutting that third person off, which they're going to do. Next, you have the Page of Swords being clarified first by the Queen of Swords. So, Taurus, I am so sorry, but I just have to say this. Whoever this third person is certainly had responsibility with your person. Okay? Maybe it's their ex-wife. Maybe it's the mother of their child. Maybe it's their mother. Maybe it's one of those people where it's like you can cut them off, but you have to see them once in a while. Maybe to drop off the kids. Maybe, you know, at family dinner over the holidays. It's like that person, you kick them out, but once in a while you still got to deal with them. And so that's why I'm not shocked if it is a family, you know, a family who had some bad influences over this connection. But what I'm seeing with this Page of Swords being clarified by the Queen of Swords is that you know, like I said with this Nine of Swords, when they cut out this third person is going to try to give them hell. Really, they're going to try to make things so tough for them because they no longer have influence over this connection. But if they can have some form of influence over your partner, like if they have a child together, it could be them, you know, putting them on child support, or them just giving them a hard, you know, just giving a hard time, you know, or you can't see the kids unless blah, 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 you know, giving them ultimatums or whatever. If it's a family or a friend, basically they're just going to be really annoying to your person. The Queen of Swords is a woman who is very cutting, very, very mean. She hurts people because she's hurt as well. Next, you have the Sun card, and I'm so happy that this completes your reading, because the Sun card is telling me that there will be happiness, you know, even if they have to deal with this crazy ex or crazy family, mother, whatever it is. Even though they have to deal with all that chaos, at the end of the day, they will be happy with you. So it's all going to be worth it. So Taurus, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this video was longer than I thought, but you guys have a lot going on. So I really do hope that, although it was lengthy, that it did help. If you are interested in a personal reading, you can go ahead and visit my website. The link is in the description box. I do have a huge variety of readings with different affordable prices, so you guys can check that out. Thank you guys so much, and you have a great day.